back to the Commute with So Is Your Podcast. It's been a while with all the New York Comic Con content we had, but let's do this. So social media would have you believe that The Masked Singer is taking the country by storm, but if you do a little bit of digging, the ratings aren't all that great. Everyone keeps trying to find their next American Idol or X Factor or The Voice or any endless number of singing competitions. I don't know why we're endlessly fascinated, and I also don't know why we need so many of them. This one seems to be one of the worst. I only looked into the ratings because I can't stand this show, and last year when it debuted, I couldn't imagine it would make it past 3 episodes. If somehow you don't know what The Masked Singer is, you're lucky. It's a singing show where people come out in elaborate costumes and pretty much choreograph over dance numbers, because you're not really singing into that microphone, you're holding through a mask, wearing all this stuff. Not to mention the fact that the majority of the people, if not all of them, can't sing at all, so you just get this way overproduced track to drown out their voice and hide the fact that they can't sing. So there's a panel of judges who are supposed to be comedians, and they make really bad, obvious comments and really horrible puns, and pretty much if you and your friends are sitting around and coming up with dad jokes or trying to think of the lamest jokes you possibly can, they're still more creative and more clever than what the Masked Singer judges come up with. So at the end of it, they'll all be guessing that the person in the stupid hippopotamus costume is Beyonce, because Beyonce would need to slum it on a show like this, and then it turns out it's that idiot ninja who plays video games and apparently people give him money. I can't wrap my head around this crap. I don't know what's going on with this. I cannot believe it's in its 2nd season. It is atrocious. It's unwatchable. I've seen more of this crap than I ever wanted to. I don't know how it's still going. I just don't get it. It seems to me in a singing competition like this, the singing competition part isn't the draw. And it's not even like American Idol, where a lot of people would watch the early rounds to watch really untalented people get berated. There's just nothing to it. So that would mean that the draw that they're going for is who is the celebrity, which is kind of sad in itself, but at least in like the 70s when we had Battle of the Network Stars and things of that nature, it was people you saw on TV shows that you actually watched and liked. Now with the internet and the unlimited ways to get into show business, you're not going to know who everybody is, for one thing, and the word celebrity has pretty much lost all meaning. When I brought up the guy who plays video games and gets money, he goes by Ninja, and apparently he's not a very likable person. Apparently he's had a shady past, and he's moved from Twitch to Mixer, and I'm ashamed I even know this much about it. But this guy plays an overrated game, makes a ton of money for it, and he's a celebrity. Alright, sure. Why is he on a singing show? That's not what he's known for. I don't get that part of it at all. Why don't you take B, C, even D-list actors who people might actually know, and be like, oh, by the way, this person can also sing. One thing you might want to be giving this show credit for is originality. Hey, at least we haven't seen this version of a singing competition before. Well, it's not original. It's a remake of a Korean show. I guess the originality in The Masked Singer is that we're stealing from a different company and not just remaking English and Japanese shows. Well, thanks for taking this ride with me. I'm going to keep it short. I don't want to give The Masked Singer any more airtime on anything than it already has. Be sure to check out SoWizardPodcast.com for reviews, recommendations, merchandise, and more. Also be sure to listen to So Wizard Podcast every week wherever you get your podcasts. You can support So Wizard Podcast on Patreon, which really helps expand the show. Tiers starting as low as $1. There's new So Wizard Podcast merchandise up. See the link on their website. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps us grow our audience there too. And there is a ton of new content this past month. And we love hearing feedback, so drop a note in the comments or send us a message on social media. All of our accounts can be found after the show and in the show notes. Thanks.